Would you pay over $45,000 for a 3-cylinder? We'll find out in today's video if it's worth it. I'll include a link to Ed Kenley Ford's website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbo 1.5 liter 3-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy is 23 around town, 26 on the highway, with power outputs being 181 horsepower and then 190 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Now, this shares a lot with the Maverick, and you can see it's got the raised hood just like that. Seriously, look at those Mavericks, raised hoods. Circular headlights, you got the white Bronco logo, but then you can see the bull bar kind of blocks it. Now, you notice at the bottom, you've got some protection. You got the fog lights there. Badlands provides more protection with the Sasquatch package. Tire wheel setup is 235 by 65 by 17. See, the wheels are all blacked out, and yeah, those are pretty solid all-terrain tires. Got those beefy fender flares there. You can see the Outer Banks Sasquatch logo. This is pretty cool to have to tie stuff to it. Then here's your side profile of the Sasquatch. This is where you can see the two-tone design with the blacked out roof. I will say, for a unibody crossover, this thing looks pretty cool. When it comes to key fob features, we got the Bronco logo there on the back. We have our lock and unlock remote start on the front. Now, this button on the left hand side, you press it, that opens up the rear glass. You got the button on the right side to open up the door. It is manual, and you've got shelving inside. We also have a 12 volt and an outlet here in the rear. Because of that boxy design, there's quite a bit of storage for a compact car. Pretty cool how those taillights arc around. Recovery points here in the rear with the receiver hitch. You've got good protection underneath too. I do think that this red is probably one of the best colors on the new Bronco Sport. Let's pop inside. Got nice soft touch and stitching, storage down below. It's pretty cool with the trim here on the rear seats. I actually like the blue coloration. Now, it's not massive, but I do technically fit back here. It's pretty good for the category. And then we've got vents here in the rear, more outlet action down below too. Headroom here in the back is really good, again, because of the boxy design. The seats actually have these little storage pockets on either side. Looks like this one has the keypad, keyless entry too. Let's pop in. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. You've got nice soft touch here on the door panel too. This also comes with memory seats, and we've got all of our window controls. The mirrors are power adjustable. For the off-roading enthusiast, 938 pounds of payload capacity. And then here's the front seat, got the Bronco horse there, front and center. The seat is power adjustable with lumbar support. Passenger seat doesn't have the lumbar, but it does have power adjustments. This also comes with automatic headlights. Start her up. Nice soft touch trim all around the steering wheel. On the right hand side, we've got controls for the center infotainment system, voice command, phone controls. On the left hand side, we've got our adaptive cruise control. This does have lane centering, volume controls too. Full digital gauge cluster, just like the big Bronco. So very customizable in terms of what you can display information wise in the center, and the GOAT modes will pop up here. There's modes for both on-road and, of course, off-road use. This is a Sasquatch at the end of the day. Got a nice 360 camera system, good resolution with the camera, and big view on the screen too. Now, as for the rest of the infotainment system, you've got the shortcut bar here at the bottom for the climate. Has heated seats and heated steering wheel, dual zone climate. It's always accessible. And then you got the home screen tab right there. Everything's pretty easy to use. It's quick to respond. Not a lot of physical controls, but we do have stuff for like the auto stop start, your defroster, parking assist, for the camera shortcut, and then your volume control. This is also equipped with a wireless phone charging pad, some USB ports. Shifter here for the 8-speed, got some cup holders right next to it, parking brake and auto hold behind that. This does come with the GOAT modes that we talked about earlier. 4-wheel drive lock, it's got the twin clutch system with the rear locker too. We also have our stability control button there, and then your off-road cruise control. Nice soft touch here on the armrest. We've got a 12 volt inside as well. 4 auxiliary switches, and then we do have a sunroof up top. So, Bronco, Outer Banks, Sasquatch. $45,865. Let's see how this performs. Set off in the Bronco Sport Outer Banks Sasquatch. Just buy a Badlands. Okay, yeah, I'll explain. But yeah, seriously, just buy a Badlands. So, you know, we'll at least see how it drives, but like when you just look at it, feature to money and all that kind of stuff. Kind of hard to justify compared to the Badlands. Now, this turbo 3-cylinder is not bad. I say that as I have to wring the engine out. It's not bad, but it's not peppy. Like the 2.0 feels pretty good in the Bronco Sport. This feels fine when you got street tires, but when you got meteor all-terrains like this has, yeah, it's struggling a little bit. And this does not have a low range. You got to remember that. So off-road, you don't have that torque multiplication. So when you're going up steep stuff, it's going to push this. It's definitely going to push this. The seats are comfortable though. You know, I think the Bronco Sport, like the concept of the Bronco Sport is so cool. This is such a cool vehicle, you know, more affordable, smaller, cool looking, off-road capable. But the execution in some ways, oh my goodness. Yeah, just get the 2.0 in the Badlands. Again, this is not the worst thing on the planet, but it just is not fast, man. Not fast. Like the 2.0 is. The 2.0 is pretty darn quick. I do like the interior in the Bronco Sport. So what do I mean by the execution? Here's the deal. I think that Ford's got too many packages in the Bronco Sport. It's very confusing. I think that they need to just like clean things up package-wise. Get rid of the Escape too. I think the Escape is a pointless car at this point. Basically do basic Bronco Sport for someone who just wants a crossover in this size category. Boom, basic Bronco Sport, affordable all-wheel drive crossover, four-wheel drive crossover, whatever you want to call it. And then do a hybrid version too. Again, get rid of the Escape, throw the Escape hybrid in the Bronco Sport. And then do a mid-trim. And the mid-trim is going to have some off-road capability. So kind of, I guess like regular Badlands. I think that should be the mid-trim. And then the top line is the Badlands Sasquatch. That's it. That's all they need. Just basically 3 different packages. The base model gets the 3-cylinder, the mid-trim and the high package get the 4-cylinder, and the hybrid has the hybrid. And then obviously, you know, reducing the price a bit, because $45,000 for a 3-cylinder SUV, I mean, come on, Ford, who do you think's gonna buy this? Come on. It's not a bad car, it drives really well. It's just that once you get up, and this is the thing I think manufacturers forget sometimes, is they don't realize like the stuff that people are going to compare their cars to, because they look in just the segment they're in, and they're like Ford's going, well, this has more capability than a Subaru Forester Wilderness because of the twin clutch system and this and that. And it's like, okay, cool, Ford, I get it. But $45,000, someone's looking at a Honda Passport. They're not, you know what I mean? And that's the other thing, is like once you get close enough in price to like this is Passport Trail Sport money almost. They're gonna get that. It's a bigger car. Some people are also gonna look at the Hyundai Santa Fe. Again, stuff that Ford's not even thinking about probably because it's not in the same segment as the Bronco Sport, but consumers, they think with dollar signs because money, right? Money ain't cheap. And Bronco Sports with 3 cylinders ain't fast. Again, the street tire version is not bad, but this Sasquatch is, yeah, a bit underpowered. So, in conclusion, or getting into the, we'll get into the conclusion here. I like this car so much. It's such a cool car. I love the concept. I just think that just like some of Ford's other product, they got a little bit too greedy. Everyone got greedy over the pandemic. You know, when people are paying over MSRP, everyone just raised the prices too much. It's time to pull back. If Ford pulled back the pricing on this and simplified the packages in the Bronco Sport, I think it would make so much sense. Like, there shouldn't be an Outer Banks Sasquatch on the Bronco Sport. Makes 0 sense. I understand, like, the idea of, oh, well, this person's not going to be taking it off-road as much as a Badlands Sasquatch buyer. It's like, stop it, Ford. Stop it. For $2,000, everyone's going to go up to the Badlands to get the better engine, to get the slightly better looks because it has the full protection on the front end. I don't know. I know it seems like I'm bashing on this. Like I said, I really like the car. I just think it's too expensive for what it is. And I think that the Bronco Sport in general, like, I shouldn't have to do this many reviews on a Bronco Sport. I should have like 3-4 reviews tops per year. The fact that I have to do like 20 different reviews because there's a billion Bronco Sport packages is kind of ridiculous. So let me know your thoughts.